I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your dumpster fire for the week of March 1st through March 7th.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.
World burns.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen and babies. Welcome back to Dumpster Fire. Did you miss us? I bet you did. I missed you. It's been one heck of a 2-week period. I feel like we missed 2 years. It was like 2 years of news cycles.
Troll in chief. Donald Trump trolls Mini Mike after his disastrous showing on Super Tuesday.
He trolled everyone. He was in full troll in chief mode this week. He was trolling Warren. He was trolling the DNC. He was trolling Bernie. He was even trolling the media over their alleged tanking of the markets because of the coronavirus. He doesn't even know how to spell the pandemic.
It's Kofifi all over again.
Oh God, Kofifi 19. I think Neon Taster had that tweet. There was an editorial from the New York Times and they were saying this is Trump's virus or something, and then Neon Taster quote tweeted it and said Kofifi 19. Not that I would know this because I'm not allowed to be on Twitter. And by the way, this is really hard to do when you're not in the dumpster fire all week. I was saying it's like having to get the pulse of a dead man. I did have to look at some of these dumpster fire in chief. Our dumpster fire in chief's tweets, and it really was quite something. You know that this is just him lashing out though, because his precious economy is tanking.
Yeah.
My precious economy.
Oh, boy.
My precious economy.
Precious.
My precious economy is tanking. Yeah, he's blaming everybody. He can't spell the virus. And it is moments like these where you're like, oh, we have a fucking moron in charge. Like, it's all fun and games when he's tweeting, but when there's a global pandemic, you're like, oh, shit, we would kind of prefer someone with a steady hand, or at least who knows how to spell the virus, and is undermining every single report and telling everyone they can go to work.
You know, we have thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that get better just by, sitting around and even going to work. Some of them go to work, but they get better.
He was on Hannity telling people to just go to work if they were sick. It reminds me of that stand-up with John Mulaney. You're like, oh, there's a horse in the hospital.
Yeah.
This guy being the president, it's like there's a horse loose in a hospital. No one knows what the horse is going to do next, least of all the horse. He's never been in a hospital before. He's as confused as you are.
It's moments like these when you really want someone you feel like has control of the situation that you're like, there's a horse in the hospital.
I saw a bird in the house. So get out of here.
We've all seen a bird in the airport before. Get the fuck out of here.
They try to find experts on the news. They're like, we're joined now by a man that once saw a bird in the airport. It's like, get out of here with that shit. We've all seen a bird in the airport. This is a horse loose in a hospital.
The horse loose in the hospital.
Moving on to dumpster fire for president. Presidential dropouts.
Everybody dropped out. Everybody's dead. I took 2 weeks off and came back, and they're all dead. There's nobody left except the 2 old men who are probably going to get killed by the coronavirus, which you can't say anymore on Twitter. You can't make fun of the olds on Twitter. They released new stuff about hate speech yesterday, and you can't make fun of someone for their age.
When have you ever paid attention to what you can't make fun of?
Oh, yes, Mr. David's already here.
Yep, so Mayor Pete's out. Klobuchar's out. Steyer were out. They were out before Super Tuesday. Biden had a stunning resurgence after South Carolina primary.
I ain't dead, and I'm not going to die.
it helped him because it was a Saturday heading into Super Tuesday. Super Tuesday, if you don't know, is when lots of states vote for who they want to be their Democratic nominee in this case. California, this was California's first time in Super Tuesday, and they have the most delegates. They kept calling it a prize. They're like, oh, the biggest prize tonight, the biggest delegate prize. I'm like, this isn't a carnival where you're shooting bottles off of a ledge. I mean, it kind of is. It does feel that way a little. It was just a weird terminology. I'm like, this isn't The Bachelor. You know, you're not going to get a rose. And so Klobuchar and Buttigieg, we still haven't learned how to say his name, and he's done now. Mayor Pete, they dropped out and endorsed him. So right after Super Tuesday, Warren's gone, Bloomberg's gone. They say with Warren that it's because of sexism, but I just blamed her being an awful candidate. There were a lot. Everyone wanted to be. She came in third in her home state.
I know.
Of Massachusetts.
Yikes.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And then there's Mini Mike Bloomberg, who spent $500 million to win American Samoa. It's ridiculous. I didn't even know you could get delegates from American Samoa until Mini Mike and Tulsi won some.
American Samoa has never been mentioned in our elections ever until Mike Bloomberg won.
There was a tweet that was going around that said Bloomberg spent $500 million on ads, U.S. population 327 million. He could have given each American $1 million. And then Brian Williams on NBC had Mara Gray, a New York Times editorial board member. They put a screenshot of the tweet up and he said, I don't want to get ahead of you in the math. And I thought they were going to correct the math. And then they just reinforced it.
Bloomberg spent $500 million on ads. U.S. population, 327 million. Don't tell us if you're ahead of us on the math. He could have given each American $1 million and have had lunch money left over. It's an incredible way of putting it.
It's an incredible way of putting it. It's true. It's disturbing.
Yeah, it's just an absolute crime that, that Bloomberg didn't give all of us $1 million. Where's my $1.53, Mike? You owe me. That's just embarrassing, though.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Really.
That's like kindergarten math.
What a bunch of morons.
We are a bunch of morons. She handled it well, though.
Yeah.
She said, be right back, and I go buy a calculator on Twitter. Be right back buying a calculator.
That's
like
good.
that's how you handle a gaffe.
Yeah, totally.
That gaffe is going to haunt you, though. This is why reporters aren't billionaires, because they can't do math. Simple, easy math. This is probably why I'm not a billionaire either. So, yeah, it was a freaking crap show, which leaves us with an angry commie and a creepy old man. Just kidding. An old man losing his marbles.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Put in
I don't
gray.
know if that's much better.
Yeah, but it's still true.
I know.
It's so gosh.
Capitalism always wins.
Even when it's losing, capitalism always wins. As we were talking about earlier, the economy is tanking because of fears of coronavirus plaguing the world. And this is when you realize why globalization is maybe more dangerous than we realize, as supply chains are getting disrupted, people are panicking and hoarding toilet paper. Don't punch each other over toilet paper, guys. You can just use newspaper or something.
Hey, stop! That's enough!
Please! I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
You don't need to like get into a fight with an old lady in a store over toilet paper. Airlines are tanking. I was reading this morning that they're supposed to be losing $116 billion. It's just bananas. But for every single downturn, there's always a winner. People are buying the f***ing dip. So this is a time to buy for some. Not quite yet. Probably go lower. Businesses are thriving, such as Netflix and Costco. Tell us about Costco, Sam.
I think it's quite wonderful.
Sam loves Costco.
I know. She was at
You
Costco
can get
last night.
everything.
If she could live in a
Stocking
Costco,
up.
she would. It would be like Idiocracy. Contagion was the 270th most watched film in 2019. And then I think it got up to number 2 in 2020.
Yeah. I'd like to think I'm partially responsible for that. I mentioned it on Dumpster Fire a few weeks ago. I'm sure at least 3 people have watched that movie because of me.
There are dozens of us. Dozens of us.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
Sam and I were talking about how we wanted to go to Goop and demand that they surrender their leader, Gwyneth.
Patient zero.
Yeah, patient zero.
She came back from a trip and she
What about drugs? MDMA? Ecstasy?
No, we don't do that.
Okay, let's get some help.
Beth.
This is all your fault, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Most things are.
I do blame everything on her. Everyone's getting in on the quarantine economy. Postmates sent an email to me yesterday and it said contact-free delivery. Like, what is a drone just going to show up at my house and drop the food off?
Yeah, but they're still handling your food.
I know.
So if someone has coronavirus, you're going to get it.
Someone in the Phetasy community was like, if I don't have to see the unwashed serial killer that's dropping off my food, that's fine with me.
And snaking some of my fries.
Everyone's getting in on the quarantine economy, even porn. Porn finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Coronavirus porn is a thing, folks. That's right. It's truly remarkable how it will always find a way to thrive no matter what. And it was going viral last week.
There's a bunch of coronavirus porn scenarios.
Yeah, it's like, oh, can I test your levels?
Someone's in quarantine and someone in a hazmat suit comes in and she like jumps him.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very hot today.
You're feeling a little hot to me.
I think you need to bend over and I'll test you.
Let me take your temperature in your bum hole.
Yes, they use the word bumhole in porn all the time.
You know who else is getting in on the quarantine economy? We here at Phetasy.com. We here at Phetasy.com want you to subscribe to us in case you're quarantined. Get in on the action and join us now.
Bridget, we can't really hear you with your mask and your crinkling.
This thing is so loud. I feel like a hypocrite.
Because
we made fun of those
clout chasing Instagram models.
cloud chasing Instagram hoes.
Clout chasing YouTube.
Ooh. Clout chasing Phetasy.com. Someone sent us this, and we love you. Thank you. And actually sent enough for the team, which is hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious. I love it. So thank you to our Phetasy.com member who sent these to us. We do think you should get in on the action here at Phetasy.com because if you're sitting around bored at home and you need to watch some YouTube, you can watch us here on Phetasy, and you can subscribe and see all of this crazy shit behind the scenes of us putting this on. And so loud, it's like a thunderstorm. Behind the paywall is where you can find us. I stink. I smell like plastic and BO.
Take it off.
I think this was made in China.
Probably.
Well, get wrecked, China.
I don't know if you should say that anymore. All right.
Okay. Woo. That was fun.
Moving on.
I mean, how could you not subscribe after that? Like, subscribe, touch my bells and buttons. See this dumpster fire? It's somewhere in that vicinity.
The bell and the button.
The bell and the buttons. That's how you know. Burn it hot. I don't even know what that means. Canceled. Canceled. Everything this week was canceled. Ultra Music Festival, classes in Stanford, South by Southwest, Facebook Global Marketing Summit, James Bond film No Time to Die gets postponed. That was a funny headline.
That was Sam's favorite thing this week.
Oh, it was great. No Time to Die released delayed due to coronavirus outbreak.
I mean, we are living in a South Park. We're living in a parody.
I wonder if anyone noticed that. People who actually made the title, was that the headline? Was it intentional, a slightly tongue-in-cheek, or were they just like, well, no one
this
really
is the
caught
correct
it.
reporting of it. What? Do you want to change that a little? No, not at all. I think it's perfect the way it is. Send.
I'm gonna wake up, yes and no.
Maybe Diet Coke is getting canceled because apparently the sweetener is made in China, which explains why I hate Diet Coke. I hate diet anything, though.
I hate Diet Coke.
But now I know why, because it's made in China. Get wrecked, China! I probably really shouldn't say that anymore. I mean, we started this show saying that, and now China is really getting wrecked. So we pray for you, China, but also get wrecked. Maybe the Olympics are getting canceled?
Which is nuts, yeah.
Yeah. Cancel the freaking Olympics, though. All those Olympians in the Olympic Village with their sweat and their biology and their juices, all having sex, and they're all banging. This is, well reported.
I don't know how gossipy I want to be. I think there was loss of virginity in our Olympic Village, which is crazy.
It happens. Incredibly good looking, perfect bodies, tight spandex. Of course it's going to be some hooking up.
They're just going to create some super strain because they're Olympians and they're strong, get it, of the coronavirus. It's going to be an Olympic medal winning coronavirus and it's going to kill us all. Because what happens when the Olympians start dropping dead of this?
It'd be so sad. I don't want to wait.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. All these things that we started as jokes.
No.
A little on the nose.
The wording of that now struck home for us last night. We were like, oh.
It's all a little on the nose. I'm starting to think that we have magic powers. Who should we wreck next?
We are the witches of Eastwick.
3 beautiful women are about to discover powers they never dreamed they had.
Who should we be looking for?
Get wrecked, Russia!
Oh, boy. Oh, God. Moving on to Beyond Parody. There was a Reuters headline, Pope to Catholics, for Lent, give up trolling.
Okay. This is funny, too, because they're supposed to be reporting on the news, and the Pope actually said, be nice to each other, don't insult each other on the internet and social media. Just try and be kind to each other. And Reuters somehow decided that it was the Pope saying, hey, yo, don't troll. This is it is something you would read hear in a South Park episode.
Uh-huh.
In other news, the Pope told the world, don't troll each other. And you know what? I took the Pope's advice, and I went off Twitter for Lent. And it sucks.
You told me that headline. I was like, how does the Pope know what trolling is? Really? Is the Pope uses that word? What?
Yeah, that's in his language
that
vernacular.
Makes me uncomfortable.
It's really hard to produce this show when you're not on Twitter, though, for real. You don't know the lengths I go for you people. Just an old lady on YouTube.
All right. Sprained my eyes. We're just going to ignore that outburst. Billy Porter to play genderless fairy godmother in Camila Cabello's Cinderella. Kids are ready, quote.
No, the kids aren't ready. This is a bunch of woke adults who think they're ready, who are trying to push their politics on children. This is ridiculous and an outrage. Kids don't know what the hell you're talking about, Billy Porter. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, and then the WHO does a bit of language policing.
Oh, yes. They were being so lame. They were saying that you can't use the word plague and apocalypse.
Right.
And here Sam's calling me from Costco last night. She's like, do you think biscotti would be good in the apocalypse?
Well, they were saying don't repeat or share unconfirmed rumors and avoid using hyperbolic language designed to generate fear like plague or apocalypse.
But it's also hilarious. We're not supposed to make jokes anymore in 2020.
No, jokes have been canceled.
Sam and I were trying to, prep for the apocalypse. And I was like, do you think you could get some red vines and cookies for the apocalypse? Because I feel like we're going to need them to barter. Red vines are going to go a long way.
And the red vines were sold out.
Yeah,
They did
because
not have
people
red
know
vines.
they're good for an apocalypse.
Red vines are apocalypse currency.
Meanwhile, here in our undisclosed shelter/bunker, we have been prepping for the apocalypse, and the plague shall not touch us. The plague shall not touch us here. We are free in our kingdom. We are apocalypse resistant, or at least quarantine proof, because we pretty much live like we're quarantined already, Maggie and I.
Yep.
Because we work from home. And this requires just the three of us. We don't need any production crews.
And we only ever really see each other.
Yeah. But if one of you gets the coronavirus, I'm locking your ass in a bathroom. Speaking of which,
dumpster diving.
What do we got in the dumpster this week, guys?
Oh, boy.
38% of Americans wouldn't buy Corona beer under any circumstances because of the coronavirus, according to a recent survey.
I think that the study was a little...
Maybe not reliable.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how on point that study was, exactly how they deduced this fact of Americans not drinking Corona.
Still, you know there are Americans out there not drinking Corona.
Yeah. This is how we get the morons on TV who can't do math and the moron in the White House who can't spell coronavirus, because we are a nation of morons. And I want to be the moron queen. Come to me, my friends, and join us. I will rise from the ashes of a plague-torn nation, and I will be the queen of morons. And save us all with free Corona beer for every one of you that survived.
Where are my dragons?
Wife calls police after fearful husband locked her in a bathroom.
Oh, once again, morons. This time they're Lithuanian morons.
It's a whole different breed of moron.
It's a whole... Have you ever seen Lithuanian YouTube? It's crazy. They're jumping off roofs into the snow.
They like attack each other. They get out of their cars and just start fighting with axes and stuff.
It's a whole nother world over there. But seriously, I'm going to lock you in the bathroom, Sam.
If I get coronavirus.
Well, this was
Sam
crazy.
will be like, I went and got Chinese. And I'm like, get in the bathroom.
Right? Because the husband locked his wife in the bathroom because she came in contact with a Chinese woman who had just recently been to Italy. And that was enough for him. Like, he locked her in the bathroom.
Sounds like there's more going on here maritally. And then he claimed that it was because a doctor told him this is how you handle it. Like, kidnap your wife and force her into quarantine.
Wow.
We really are just getting dumber as a species, I think. And that is why soon I will be a queen. Bow down to me and bend the knee.
And then finally,
Oh, God.
in Breaking Bridget, Finns have launched a Safe Ulu program to combat the growing rape crisis. They produced this TikTok video.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. First of all, let's talk about the dudes in the video.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
It's like one gay dude and a white supremacist.
Just what you'd expect from Finland.
True. And why is it a no-no square if you're a dude? Wouldn't it be a no-no cylinder? This is my no-no cylinder. Doesn't have the same jingle. And this is your tactic for stopping someone from raping you? Like, you're just surrounded by a group of men or a man, and you're like, stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. And you start moving your hips and doing a little dance. Like, this is the way that you're going to stop a rape? I'm not sure that you're getting the message across.
When does doing a jingle and dance, a little song and dance, prevent rape?
Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
See, when you sex it up, Bridget, you really take the power away from it.
It's not sexy as it is, but it is a little bit like too happy for an anti-rape defense.
Yes.
And then as we're doing this, as we're in the writer's room, Sam is like, oh, this reminds me of these Japanese videos that I found online. Like what?
They're Japanese aerobic videos and they're dancing, but then they're learning English.
Don't say a word.
Take anything you want. Take anything you want. Take anything you want.
I don't even want to know what weird rabbit hole you went down to find these videos.
Seriously.
Because they're terrifying and hilarious, but I'm not sure what you would Google to like find these videos.
No.
Where you're just like, how to prevent rape? And then this comes up.
Spare me my life. Spare me my life.
Spare me my life.
Spare me my life.
So Sam and I made up our own coronavirus defense video.
Put your mask on. Stay inside the house. Spare me my life. Spare me my life. Put your mask on. Stay inside the house. Spare me my life. Spare me my life.
And you should learn this in case somebody you know and love is going to give you the coronavirus. This will prevent it.
Jingles are the solutions to all of our problems.
Jingles will save the world. Well, we did it, guys. We made it. We made it through a dumpster fire. Phetasy News?
Phetasy News.
2 weeks ago, we had Jonah Goldberg on the podcast. Walk-ins welcome. This week, we had Mark Halperin. Check it out. Subscribe. Tell your friends. We also did our first AMA with questions from Phetasy.com, our little community that is amazing. Sign up to Phetasy.com to get your unedited, mostly version of Dumpster Fire. Join the community. Everybody's supporting each other with their goals. It's hilarious memes, advice. It's amazing. And if you want to get in on the AMAs that we're going to do in the future, that's where we give the questions precedence. So join us. Bridget, Phetasy.com for merch. And thank you, Better Phetasy, for research. Follow Better Phetasy on Twitter. Thank you, Sammy Flaps and Folds. Follow Sam on Instagram and Twitter. Maggie, cousin Maggie, is basically the snuffleupagus of the Phetasy operation. You're not really sure she's real and you'll never see her, but she's around. Thank you, Zen Pro Audio, for the mic. Thank you, viewers and supporters and haters. And in the spirit of Lent, and as your queen of morons, I forgive you.
How magnanimous.
Touch my bells and buttons. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Tell your friends. This has been your Dumpster Fire for the week of March 1st to March 7th. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich!